Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you and enjoy the show.
They keep telling a lie. They did that. Did you see that CNN?
No, I didn't
They
see
kicked
that.
one guy off the air, man. Live.
Oh wow. We
Abby Phillips. Abby Phillips kicked them out of the show, bro. You got to go.
Oh man.
I think they done had enough. These people
Well,
had enough, bro. These
that's
news people.
because if you look at what's going on, Ted, and like I just said earlier, they lost the independence and everything. Everybody's singing the same choir. But something happened and stuff with that issue with the Washington Post that people were just upset about. And they lost another 50,000 subscribers, man, on that newspaper.
What?
Yeah. They just said it today. They lost another 50,000 people who were subscribers and stuff, and I think they only had 2.5 million subscribers, and so they done lost a heck of a percentage and stuff with their subscribers already.
Only 2 point.
And they only got 2.5 million subscribers and stuff for that newspaper, the Washington Post. Bezos has been losing money for the last 2 or 3 years and stuff with that newspaper. He's been losing millions of dollars and stuff and everything, trying to keep that thing going. And now
Well,
to
it's not
lose
that
all
they
these
don't have the
subscribers,
readership.
right now, and then they didn't had, they said 3 of their editorial board members and stuff have resigned, said they're gone. He done tore that newspaper up, man. And so these folks out there are seeing what they had going on with the Washington Post, and they say, "Shoot, we can't mess around here and lose our share thing here because I know it's bad for the reporters and the staff at the Washington Post
Because
because
they want to keep their jobs.
the more they have these subscribers and stuff abandoning them and talking about them and create problems and stuff for them, these people are going to lose their jobs and everything. So they knew need to work and everything, but their owner and stuff and everything is destroying what was a very, very strong newspaper. So, and now you're seeing that these other folks out there and stuff, since it's getting closer to the election, and they saw what happened to Fox the last time they did their crap, man. People got sued for almost $1 billion and lost. And they don't want that stuff to happen to them because CNN can't afford to lose no $1 billion. Now Fox can, but they can't. And I guess Fox still got that other lawsuit and stuff going on against them and everything. That these people asking for another $1 billion and stuff from them, but it hasn't came to court yet. But I'm pretty sure Fox is fighting it as strong as they can and stuff and trying to make a settlement because they know when they get into that judicial system and everything, it don't look good for them newspapers. It doesn't look good. So doesn't surprise me that CNN did that. It does not surprise me because these people they're scared of Trump, but they also scared of the public and stuff and everything and what they can do to their uh, financial health. So we'll see, man. Hopefully, I don't know, man. This is Ted. I'm telling you, I'm like, I watched I always watch The View on YouTube. I don't watch the show itself, but they have a certain segment that comes on YouTube, and when it comes on, I watch it. And Whoopi always has something profound to say and stuff on the show. And today she got up there and said that this election thing and stuff and everything has made her look wobbly. Yeah, she got up and walked around and said, "Yeah, they just knocking me out, man, with all this stuff going on around here." And it is, man, it is creating a problem for everybody. And not knowing if next Tuesday it's going to end.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at this guy and he doesn't care what he's saying.
Mm-mm.
So he's already laying the groundwork and everything to, if he loses, in even he's going to lose the popular vote, that's for sure. But if he loses the electoral college and stuff and everything, he's setting the groundwork for his people to go out there and start doing something crazy stuff. And he knows it's getting ready to happen. And and anything they do, he's going to sit back and watch them do it because he wants to create havoc out there in this country. And he's going to do it one way or another. But
Well,
no,
I mean, if it's a violent situation, I mean, they must be
it's
ready to die
that's what's getting ready to happen, violence.
because they can go around, do whatever they want to do. But the point is, I mean, what happens happens. But I'm just saying, you know, I mean, if things come to a shove, man, it's gonna be a whole lot of stuff going down. I mean, is it really worth it? Some people it is, I guess. And I was talking to one of my army buddies, and he was telling me, he retired military. He said he's leaving the country. Matter of fact, he's leaving next week.
Well,
He already voted.
well,
If anything go down, he out of here. He'll
well,
be out of here.
again, well, my brother, as a military person, you need to look further than these borders. I was getting ready to say something about this, but I guess there's no better time than right now. And if people talking about leaving here, we looked out. Everybody's looking here in our country what's going on here. But Ted, they got a mess, man, going on all over the world. They got that Middle East crisis, man, that we don't know what the heck going on. And that war over there, man, could have a rippling effect. And I don't care if he's planning on going to Europe. We don't know what the heck going to happen. Putin allowed to go absolutely berserk and start putting out nuclear weapons. Iran, they over there bothering them. Them folks got nuclear weapons, man. You look at what Russia has done. They done brought North Korea. You going on over there into the Pacific Basin. They got North Korea in there. They done bringing them up, bringing their troops over there into Russia. The unrest, man, is all over the place. You look in the Caribbean islands. Hey, man, have you saw what's going on down there in Haiti? That is going to be going. That they said that thing is going to filter over there into the Dominican Republic, and they have no idea and stuff the amount of people and stuff who are being displaced there in Haiti and stuff. And these people are going to be going somewhere. They're going to be heading to some of them islands in the Caribbean and stuff and running away from that mess that's going on there. It is a mess out there, man, in this world. They got stuff going on over there in Africa. They got genocide going over there. Man, I'm trying to think of the name of that country where they're
Coco,
killing they.
Coco, is it Coco? think that's how you
No,
pronounce it.
no, it's another one. No, it's another one over there. They got genocide
Sudan.
going. Sudan. That's it. They over there killing their people. They're massacring them and everything. So we got unrest, man, going on all over the world. So if you're going to be taking off and going somewhere, I don't know if you're going to be safe there either. So it's a mess out here. I was going to talk about that thing over in Haiti, man. I was doing the research and stuff for that debt that Africa and stuff has, and what's going on with those nations over there and stuff who owe all that money to the financial powers and stuff here on Wall Street and also in Great Britain and stuff. How these banks and stuff, man, are ripping them countries off, and you got to feel sorry for them. And something going to have to give, man. You can't keep on. I'm talking about Africa now. You can't keep on taking monies and stuff out of these folks' GDP. And these folks are paying anywhere close to 50 to 60% of their GDP to pay off their debts. And they can't pay it. So the only thing left for them to do, they're saying, is to renegotiate a contract and stuff with the debt collectors and stuff. I don't know why they can't file bankruptcy on the rascals, but they said because of something, some agreement and stuff that they made with Great Britain, that a lot of them cannot file bankruptcy and stuff and everything to get rid of their debt. So they're looking to the International Monetary Fund and stuff to come in and help them out, or China and stuff, who is loaning out money over there to those folks and stuff, but they're loaning their money out to them at a lower rate than what these folks are doing. They said, man, these folks over there got juice loans going on. They got 50, 60% interest and stuff on their debt. And they got to keep on paying their debt. And I don't know what these financial folks think that they can do. They don't rip. I guess somebody in the influential tier in BlackRock International who was loaning money over there to them, who was in the United States, and they got 3 or 4 banks there in England and stuff who are doing it, who are loaning these folks money. But they also, International Monetary Fund has loaned these countries money, and China has loaned these countries money and stuff, and they just can't deal with it. In this one country in Kenya, uh, China loaned them money to redo their streets. They got a one main street that they built, and China loaned them something like $3 or $4 billion to have their street down there. Nice street, but the people can't drive down the street because the toll, they can't pay the toll. Because China had put a toll on them. They can't pay the toll, so the street's sitting there with nobody on it.
Trying to recoup their money, huh?
Yeah,
Or
the
at
people
least they
so
thought they were
poor.
gonna make money
Right,
off of it.
right. They thought they're gonna make money off these people, but the people so poor they can't pay the toll. So they all going on these side streets and they filling up these side dirt roads and stuff because they can't ride on the street that they just built. Brand new street. That's crazy, man. Oh,
And then they still got to pay them.
they still got to pay off that loan that they got from China, and they can't pay it. So they were using the toll money to help pay it off, and they can't do it because people can't afford to pay the toll.
So we already know who negotiated that. Some bureaucrat, or maybe even the person that's the head of the government there, just gave them a nice little lump sum and did the contract.
Man, China is so desperate to reach out to anybody they can and stuff to help them because of all those people that they got in that country. And they have a lot of money and everything, and they're trying to loan this stuff out to as many people as they can so they can start bringing in more revenue and stuff into their country. So they made an effort and stuff. The only place that they can go to do anything is Africa because they have them huge natural resources. So they're coming into Africa and stuff and China is investing and stuff in there and hoping that eventually they'll be able to siphon off some of their natural resources. But these other countries like the, they're in Europe has such a hold on that African continent and everything that China can't do anything at all. Now they can go belly up against China, and they're not gonna can't nothing happen to them. But because of their colonialism that some of the European countries and stuff have on that continent of Africa, they're screwed. So they just putting their money out there, hoping that they can get it back. They're not concerned with losing the money. But their thing is to get a foothold into Africa, and they can't do it. They're spending money over there, but they're not getting the return that they thought they were going to be getting this stuff for it. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. They got a mess going on, man, and I don't know. United States can't go over there and help.
You got people that call themselves futurists. And these futurist people look at things, 25 years, 50 years, 100 years from now. And it has been known right now, as it is right now, is that Africa is the next new market.
Mm-hmm. It's been the next new market.
Africa will be the new next market, the continent of Africa. But here's the skinny on all that. If you look at certain countries, like we mentioned Sudan, a lot of these countries they are tribal within their country. And these tribes are fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, and some countries are united within the continent, and they're working together, and they're doing business and what have you. But there's a lot of countries there that are just so tribal that is maybe unrepairable, just like we're talking over there, what's happening in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we don't know. See, we're not from there. We're from there in some point in our history, but we don't know what's going on there. We don't, we try to keep up, at least I do. I look at the African news, on cable, and I look it up on YouTube. I might read some articles here and there, but you don't really know what's going on in a really, I would say, micro way, So, but there are a lot of smart, intelligent people from the continent of Africa, and they go, and the parents that are well off, or they manage to get out, they go to school and they become engineers, doctors, lawyers, all of that. The ones that get out. So who knows? Africa will probably never be united. So,
well, like you said, there's a lot of tribal wars and stuff going on over there. They got different groups over there, and every now and then they'll start fighting and disrupt the whole country. So who's ever invested into those countries and stuff and everything, depending on who wins, they
here's
might
the
well
thing, though,
forget it. Huh?
here's the thing, bro. Africa is rich in resources.
I know.
And all of these countries, including the United States, try to get over there
Right.
and get their resources. Now, one of the major things that some of these countries got is what the mechanisms for these phones. They got I forget what they call it. Is it cobalt or some of that term?
I think it's cobalt. They got cobalt and something else that they have
Plenty
to
of
put in the phone.
Plenty of it. And then at the same
and they
time,
want that.
we talking
They
about
want that. They want that raw material.
Yeah, and we talked about the cocoa industry.
Right.
And on and on. I mean, the bottom line is that Africa is rich. in resources. And the one thing you got to give some of these people, they know how to capitalize on resources.
But most of your stable companies or whatever understand that investing in there is a huge risk because you may not get your money out of that country, even if you think you might be able, because like I just said, if one of those tribal members and stuff do a coup and overthrow the government, and you got a new government that came into power, they're not going to honor no debt and everything that the other government negotiated, and they can't come in there and take anything and stuff from them, or you
Ain't
might
got
as well
nothing.
be declaring war and stuff against them, and they don't care. You care. You drop some bombs on us, we can lose a few. That'll save us from genocide because we ain't got to go in and kill them. So they don't care. So
Well,
it's a
it's a
it's a
mess,
gamble.
and
It's a
it's a
gamble betting
mess.
there.
It's a mess because and then and the lack of a better word, I'm gonna put it like this. I'll lock them in all together. Hispanic. That's the El Salvadorians. That's the all of that Mexico and all of those different types of Latin countries, supposed to be Latin countries. At one time, America was really involved in trying to get their resources. A lot of their resources is some oil and what have you. You have Venezuela and all that. So, but then uh, for whatever reason, it didn't work out. And now you
Hmm.
get all these countries, that's a mess
Hmm.
over there. You know, even Brazil, Brazil is have connected to America to a certain degree. And, the only safe country that I can see that's in South America is Argentina.
And they got a problem there too. They got they got a president down there who was elected and everything, and he can't control his folks down there too. They got a real money problem going on down there. That they got a lot of debt also that's there, and they're trying to deal with that. And the inflation, from what I've been reading, is running wild down there. It just so happened that because of all the other stuff going on and some of those other countries and stuff and everything, nobody has really uh, focused and stuff on what's going on there. But I read about them because I'm just like your friend there. I'm looking for me another country to move to. So I've been doing some research down there. Brazil, all the countries down through there, Argentina, all of them. And man, shoot. It's like I said, man, this world is a mess. So your friend is leaving from one mess and might be heading to another mess that he has a whole lot less control over than he does right here in the United States. So I will touch back now on what you just spoke about. You said the magic word for a subject that I wanted to bring up again too. OIL, oil. You see the prices of the oil and stuff now, man. It'll drop down to what, $68 a barrel?
You know why, don't you?
Well, they're saying that because of of the battle and stuff between Iran and Israel is creating some unstableness and stuff in there, and they were hoping that if they had a major war going on that would slow the flow of oil coming out of Iran, it might bring those prices of oil back up. But because Israel just went in there and hit a few of those targets and stuff and then came back and they're waiting on Iran to do something, it didn't materialize where the oil price would start rising. That's what I heard. But go ahead. You tell me what you
Well,
thought.
I mean, that might be part of it too, but also Iran and the Saudis don't really get along that well.
Mm-hmm.
And the Saudis have decided what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead on and pump up their oil again.
Mm. That'll do it too. That'll
And
do
they
it
say
too.
they don't care if they're losing money
Well,
or
they
they're not
are.
going to be making as much profit. I put it like
Right.
that.
It won't be as much profit coming out of there. So the instability and stuff has actually helped to bring down the gas prices here in the United States, where they said that a lot of these folks and stuff now, especially here in the South and everything, that gas going to be it's staying below $3 a gallon for gas.
But you know
Other
what?
parts of
You know what those Republicans saying? You know what they saying?
well,
Oh, it's just down because of the campaign.
right. Well, they hoping that they can help to get Trump over the goal line. Now back to the other thing. I'm sitting here, Ted. I was upset about this Madison Square Garden thing that Trump did.
Ooh, you still
But
steaming
but
over that?
but no, the reason why I'm still screaming on it and everything is that I'm seeing all these news agencies and stuff and everything reaching out to all these Puerto Ricans who are opening up their mouth and everything and saying, we ain't gonna vote for it. And they got people who've already cast their ballot and everything and stuff for him. They got some of their politicians who have voted for him already, but all of a sudden they get upset after this man sat down there and made a fool out of him when the hurricane came through there and tore the country up. And
They
he
forgot
told
all
us,
about that.
yeah, they might thought about all that. But
They
now
forgot all about it.
all of a sudden they bring it up. Yeah, he did us wrong when the hurricane came through. Hey, brother, you
What a
you
short
gonna vote
memory.
for a man that already done screwed you over, and it's okay until he turned around there and slap you in the face again, and then you say, "Oh, yeah, you did this before."
Man, we had it. We're right here in Florida. There's a bunch of Puerto Ricans that live here, especially in Orlando. Man, we had so many people temporarily here during that hurricane. Because they got relatives and stuff. So a lot of the relatives flew them here, and they got a bunch of money, boy. We couldn't even get in the stores hardly during
Oh
that
wow.
time because they lost all their clothes and everything, and I guess the government just gave them a big check. A lot of them $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 or whatever. But no, it's crazy how people forget that man was throwing toilet paper at you,
And how he
paper
came over there.
towels,
He came
and
over
then turned
there
around and
and
said that I ain't giving them nothing.
give him nothing and cussed their prime minister out. She was a
Yeah,
woman. He cussed her out and told his Congress, don't give them some guns a dime.
there you go.
They don't deserve it because they ain't no good. Left there people out there without water, without electricity, all that. And
Oh,
they how easily we forget. But Sunday, everybody woke up again. Oh, I just wanted to comment about that. That I thought it was as I'm listening to all these Puerto Ricans getting out there on the news media, on national news. We voted for Kamala. We doing this. We doing that. Well, damn it, you should have voted for her in the first place. It should have either been an afterthought. It should have happened anyway because this man has screwed you around. And it seems like, Ted, that's exactly how he has been able to do what he's doing. 4 years and went by, so all the people he was screwed over don't forget about him. Oh, he didn't invade the Capitol. Yes, he did. He killed people. He told them people to go up there on that hill and do whatever they needed to do and stuff and everything in that Capitol. But everybody done forgot. Oh, it wasn't that bad. He didn't mean that. Yes, he did.
hey, let me switch gears right quick
Go
for a
ahead.
few minutes. I was just looking at, I follow the money. And man, let me tell you something. These companies, they making money hand over fist, bro. Look at this. Apple, $3.3 trillion. Microsoft, $3.3 trillion. Nvidia, 3.2. Google, 2.2. Alphabet, they call it. Amazon, 1.9. Meta, 1.3. We're talking trillions of dollars of one company that these people don't even produce anything. And these doggone big money people are putting that money in there like it's going out of style. They buying them shares. Now, what's going to happen is once they get the word, and it's going to be a big sell-off, they're going to get their profits. Because if you bought those things, man, I remember when Microsoft 30 years ago was $29 a share.
Mm-hmm.
Meta, which was Facebook, $35 a share.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of them over $400 a share
Mm-hmm.
and up. It's a game, bro. It's a game.
Well, it's not a game, Ted. It's not a game. It's capitalism. This is capitalism, brother. This is capitalism. You're gonna pay what most people want. The more it's supply and demand. They got supply and there's demand. And over the years and stuff, these CEOs and stuff who are still in charge of these companies. I'm looking at Jamie Dimon. Man, that old boy been the CEO of that bank, man, for oh man, a long time. A long time. And he has made deal after deal after deal. When we in 2008, he was the CEO and stuff then when they had that too big to fail, that crisis they had with them banks and stuff. Man, he led that bank through that time and everything. Got Obama to hire one of his folks and stuff and everything to be the financial czar over that daggone stuff and everything. And they all, his bank city came out there stronger than any bank after, after all that stuff that happened. So because of his forethought and because of his involvement in it and him steering that company and stuff through all that bad time, they just became stronger. Look at Apple, look at Google, look at all the other companies and stuff who are strong or whatever. Go back in their history and see what went on. Apple bought up all these patents and stuff and everything that they own. And can't nobody get into that field and stuff because Apple owns those patents for all that stuff. Anytime that you had a company and stuff and everything that came close to what Apple was doing and everything, what did they do? Bought them up. You look at Microsoft, they did the same thing. That old boy from India, Satoru, or whatever his name is, anything that happened, you go back and look at his history, man. He done bought up a whole lot of these companies and stuff and everything that were becoming powerful and stuff. He made the people who created these products and stuff and everything millionaires and stuff. These young guys and 20, 30 years old, and they millionaires and stuff and everything because of what they created. But they gave Microsoft or they gave Apple or they gave Google and stuff all of these things and stuff that is making them absolutely rich now. They thought that they were getting rich, but they were making these companies and stuff even richer because they took their inventions and stuff and everything, and now they're making billions of dollars and stuff off of it. Look at AI that came along. Microsoft is involved with Chat GPT. Microsoft and bought a huge shares and stuff for Chat GPT. You go out there and you try to deal with Chat GPT, buddy, and you go on. These people are logging into them and using this AI to help themselves, and they put a price on it. Well, every minute or every second that you use our products and everything, you got to pay us 0.000025. So people look at that 0.0025, that ain't bad. But at the end of the month, when you get a bill for $300 or $400 because you didn't use Chat GPT, hey, they're bringing in that money, buddy. That old boy didn't change Microsoft around, because Microsoft for a while they was hanging on, man. They were hanging on.
They was getting sued.
Yeah, they hanging on. But now all of a sudden, they sitting up there at one of the top companies in the world.
Well, their revenue is $211 billion. JP Morgan Chase is $239 billion. That's a
Okay.
lot of money
That's a
for a
lot of
company.
money. That's a lot of money, man. And they did that through buying out these folks and stuff and everything, and taking their money and doing and using it as leverage and stuff and everything to put them where they are now.
One thing that this is a thing that, and I'm thinking about this just for GP, but not, there ain't no money in it. If you bought shares, Ford's share is less than $10 a share. But you know how much money they made? $176 billion.
Mm-hmm.
$176 billion, bro. That's a lot of money. The revenue. I tell you, bro.
Yeah, and that's not the only thing that they've done. I remember 3 years ago, 4 years ago, right after Trump got out of office and stuff, Apple pulled in a huge amount of money. Guess what them fools did? They went back and bought up their stock.
Yep.
Took their profit, man, and bought that stock up. They
Yep.
own that stock now, and and I'm pretty sure it has split already and everything. So they done came out with a heck of a lot of money and stuff and made themselves even more wealthy.
And Ed, when the interest rate was 1%, 2%,
Mm-hmm.
they borrowed the money to do
To buy
their.
their stock, and they used their cash as collateral. Hey, man, I remember when everybody beat Barack Obama over the head and everything because he wanted to go out there and take that money and said because the the inflation and the amount of interest and stuff on their debt was so low, he said, let's take this daggone money and stuff and go out there and borrow at a lower interest rate and stuff and everything to take care of our infrastructure. That's how he wanted to fund that train thing uh, from it wasn't Tampa, but it was they wanted to go all the way down to
Tampa to
Miami.
Orlando, and then
Right,
Orlando
right,
to
right.
Miami.
He wanted to fund all that. He told him, he said, let's do it. The interest on this money is low. Let's go out here and buy it. And those folks and stuff who did that, man, they're coming out way ahead. The folks who refinanced their homes and stuff and everything for them lower interest rates and everything, they ain't gonna never get down to 2-3% interest on a home, not for a long time, buddy. But they got a low interest rate on these homes and stuff, and they kept them, and they got equity built up in them, and these people are leveraging their generational wealth and everything and making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But when it was going on, when that flow of money was there, guess what we did? We went out there and bought cars and party and bullshit, bullshit and party and bullshit, bullshit and party. Oh, we spent hours, spin it up. So, Ted, a lot of these things that are going on, we're to blame for it. We have to look in that mirror sometimes and stuff. Instead of blaming other folks, we have to look in that mirror because we could have went out there and did the same thing. These people leveraged what they had and stuff to get to where they are and stuff now. If we had to
Well, when you
leverage
say
what we
these
had,
people, when you say these people here, now the thing is that how many, if you go back and I say, look at the top 100 black businesses, right? The thing is, these companies are on the stock market. They're in the system. Therefore, you can buy their shares. Retired people can invest. They can go get those ETEs and all that stuff. They can buy shares through their 401k and all that kind of stuff. And so they building up their company. If you're not in the stock market, you're not going to be getting that revenue because that's part of when people invest. They expect you to make a profit every quarter. They expect you to be making a certain profit, and your shares should be going up because people are using your services. That means you're making the sales, you're making the product, or doing the service. So, we're not into those types of deals big time. We're so far behind financially because if you go down the top 500, there is not one black or Latino company in the top 500. And maybe it might be, I don't know. I haven't recently looked at it, but I'm looking at all the ones and these are companies you've heard of: Merch, you've heard of Phillips, you heard of Pfizer. All of these companies, they've been around for years. New York Life Insurance, and all I'm saying is, one of the things back in the early days of us existing, we used to have our own insurance companies. You remember that?
yep,
We had hundreds of insurance companies.
yep,
What happened?
we sold it out.
How come we didn't merge and
We
make it
sold
bigger?
it out. We wanted the money. We wanted the money.
I remember we used to have, when I was a kid, you
Right.
would look
There's a
in
whole
you
bunch
would
of
look
them.
at
They
Jet
were
magazine.
putting 10 to 15 cents to get a policy and stuff and everything for some life insurance. We
Yeah.
sold it out. The companies and stuff who stood there sold out, Ted.
How come we didn't merge and become bigger
Because
and
we
then get
wanted the
on the
money.
stock market?
We got one fault, Ted, that we cannot get over. You have to own something. You don't own nothing. Cash don't mean nothing. It's gonna go. I tell my people, my folks all around me, you have to own something. You can't go around here and sell what you got, take the cash, because cash don't mean nothing. I tell people this, they say, you crazy. I'd rather have $200,000 in my pocket and everything instead of owning a piece of property. I'm gonna sell it. Why are you gonna sell it? It's valuable as it is. It's just not disposable income where you can go out there and spend it like that. You hold on to it. Now I don't care what it is. You pay your taxes, you pay whatever it is to hold on to that. If you don't do that and everything, that money don't mean nothing down the road because you're gonna spend it.
Ed, let
That's
me
what
ask
they
you a
did.
question.
They sold their company because they
Let me ask you a
wanted that
question.
money.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
How long do you think? When did Dollar Tree start?
Man, it's been maybe 4 or 5 years, I would guess. I don't know. But they're like a spinoff and everything because really, actually, that's a Chinese company. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, all of them belong to the Chinese.
$63 a share and 30 billion in revenue.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what they are, don't you? Dollar
Right.
Tree stores.
Right.
They're supposed to be everything. Now they tell me, I haven't been in one in a long time, but they tell me that they're not dollar no more. Every time you go in there, it's a
It's
dollar
dollar
quarter.
quarter. It's a dollar quarter now.
Yeah.
It's
So,
dollar quarter.
but
So they
what
done
I'm
went up.
saying is
So they done
Dollar
shot their
Tree.
stuff up 25%. But
And
only
all,
thing,
and what you're doing is getting what you call those, off-brand stuff.
right,
And
off bad
sometimes they
product.
might have some.
Well, they are getting those Chinese products and stuff that the Chinese and stuff, uh, as they producing American stuff and everything and putting American labels on it and stuff. Then when they get done doing that, they got maybe a vat, maybe a 2 or 3 vats and stuff with the same product and stuff in it. They take it, they water it down, and they put their label on the stuff and everything, and ship it in, put it in these containers and stuff, and sending it to Dollar Tree, Dollar General, all them general stores, dollar stores. They send it to them, and
So
then they
Dollar
make
Tree
money off of
owns
that.
what's the other one?
Dollar General.
Dollar General. So Dollar Tree owns all of those.
Those are the
Dollar
Chinese
Tree.
companies. Yeah, they man, it's a
30
they
billion.
they have those stores and stuff, Ted, so intertwined together. So if Dollar General, something happened to it and everything, and they not making as much money, they'll turn around and sell their stores and stuff to Dollar Tree. If Dollar Tree stores and stuff are going wrong and stuff, then they'll turn around and sell their stuff to Dollar General again, or the other dollar store. I forget the other dollar store they got out there, General Dollar or something. They got 3 of them out there, and they sell them to each other round and round. They're owned by different people, but they're all gooks. And I'm sorry, Chinese, and they run it around each other, and that's how they make their money. They take it and they leverage buying them off. And if they lose money over there in Dollar General, they don't care because the United States has a generous uh, tax shelter and stuff for them that they can deal with and everything. If they lose that money over here and they turn around and sell their stores and stuff at a cut rate price to Dollar General and everything or whatever, they're gonna make money. He had figured out how to make money. That's what we haven't thought about. That's when, Ted, when you told me about that bank up there in Massachusetts, and that's thinking that's all they got is 500 or 800 $1 million in assets and everything. I'm looking at that and I'm saying to myself, oh man, these summer guns, they missed the boat, buddy. They missed the boat. When the federal government was giving out money at 0% interest, they should have been grabbing that money up just as fast as they could get it.
You're right.
And they didn't. We
Maybe they tried. Maybe they
ain't
tried.
gonna do that. If you want to make money, you have to take a chance. If
Maybe they
I'm
tried
getting
it.
money, Ted, as if I'm the CEO of this bank, I'm saying to my shareholders or whatever, they're giving the money to us at 0% interest so we can put it out there so we can make folks give the money to keep this economy going. That's our purpose. I'm gonna take them. If I got 500 million, I'm gonna ask the federal government give me another 500 million and put it in my account because I'm gonna put this money out there to good use. They got companies out there and stuff and everything that would have got the money, and they'd have got the money. All they had to do was pay the money back with no interest. They could have put the money out to these people at 3% interest and stuff and everything, and they could have made money.
Some of these companies, just like in some of those smaller banks, they didn't even have to pay it back.
Right.
When they had the issue with the
pandemic. And if they fail and everything, at least you got folks out there and stuff and everything that you help them to buy homes and stuff with and everything to get their generational wealth. This is crazy, man, how we don't take advantage of what is going on out there. Now, when Kamala Harris passes the test and get into office and everything, there's going to be a whole lot of money and stuff out there, Ted, that's going to be made available to all these folks out here. And I'm hoping that some of our people and stuff that got in some kind of incentive and business mind will go out there and get that money and stuff and everything that she's going to make
But they can't
available and
penny
stuff
ante
for them.
it, Ed.
Huh?
They can't penny ante. What I mean is they gotta have an established corporation that's either producing some type of service that people want or some kind of product. You get out there and you get all that money, and now and I'm looking at every quarter. What's your revenue? How much money are you making bringing into the company? You got $100 million here, but then you ain't making you ain't even making $2 million revenue.
Ted, you're getting started. Depending on what business you're in, you're getting started. Didn't you hear her? Startups. We putting money into startup businesses. What is the most profitable entity and stuff that you can get into nowadays? Real
I
estate.
have no idea.
Real estate. People have to get a place to live. They have to have a place to live. They are giving money to these folks and stuff who are building these apartment complexes and stuff and everything so people can have a place to stay at. And I guarantee you, most of them are going to stay at least up to 90% occupancy. So you're going to get your money back after you build these daggone buildings and stuff out there, these big apartments and stuff. Or you go out there and you start building these fabulous homes for these folks. These people are buying these homes up. They're getting loans and everything and stuff for them. You're going to make money off of that. Plus, you got an industry and stuff and everything that's going to put those folks to work. That's just like I was talking to you and stuff and everything. When Obama came in there, he talked to some of these folks and they put out enterprise zones and stuff and everything where they gave special money out to them. Bush did the same thing. He had enterprise zones and stuff and everything that where people needed that money. Some of these enterprise zones and stuff, Ted, are in these urban areas. I'm sitting there looking at every black area and stuff, and every major city and stuff got plight and stuff there that they can take that money and stuff and rebuild them areas and stuff. I know that they got dope heads and drug dealers and stuff around there, but if you can buy that whole block up, 2 or 3 blocks around it, buy it up and everything, those people don't have no place. They don't have no place where they can sell their dope and everything. They ain't coming there. They are enterprise folks too and everything. They if they can't sell their dope, they ain't gonna be there. So if they don't have a market for their dope, they ain't gonna stay there. They going someplace else to sell their stuff that they wear. So all we do is dry up. There's people and stuff and everything who want to buy their stuff. If you dry it up, they're gonna go away. It's just like the rats. If they ain't got no food, they going someplace. They go to somebody else's house. So there's you already got it, man. These places, man, they are desolate. You got blocks and blocks and blocks of areas and stuff there in the urban area where there's plight going on, and you just go in there and tear all that crap down and stuff and rebuild in there. Somebody gonna come in there and buy that stuff. I'm looking over there at right there in Chicago where Obama had his house at and stuff over there in the area there right outside of University of Chicago. They got an enclave of folks over there. They ain't got no dope heads up in there. They ain't got no drug dealers or nothing going on up in there because they ain't got no place. Ain't nobody over there buying their stuff. So right outside the area, man, those folks and stuff who got money went over there off on Drexel Avenue and all that and bought up these nice homes and stuff with these 5 and 6 bedrooms and stuff in them, brick homes and stuff. And they done went in there and they done invested that money into these properties and stuff. And man, they worth millions of dollars. Just like they did in Harlem. when Clinton was around there. Why do you think Clinton left the White House and said, I'm going to Harlem? They got homes over there, man, that them black folks own and stuff, man, that's worth $30 million. And they probably paid pennies on that stuff when they bought it and stuff 30, 40, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
We got to figure out how to make money. And that's all you got to do. I don't care what the money comes from. Figure out how you're going to make money.
Making money is one thing, but providing subsistence. It has to be, capitalism is wonderful and you can make your money. Anybody can make money. You can buy hotels, you can buy apartment complexes, all that stuff, and you can make money. But I'm talking about building communities. When you build a community, that means you have to have.
Ted, they're building, if you're going in there and rehabbing urban areas that is in plight, you're building communities and stuff in there. You are building up these communities, and you have a ready market and stuff and everything for jobs that some of these folks and stuff who said they can't find a job, you can hire them people within the community and stuff to come in there. You can sit down there and say, okay, I'm a 10% of whatever we're doing and stuff in here has to be given to minority businesses or whatever. But we have to depend upon our minority businesses to be on time, to do what they said they were going to do, to have the people there on time, to be able to come in there and stuff and everything and do their work and everything so they can turn around there once they get done and get paid. Because once those buildings and stuff get built, you're still going to have people to come back up in there, Ted, to do the maintenance work on it. Why not hire the people in the community to come in there and do it? If you got a track record and stuff and everything of being honest and sit down there and do what you need to do and stuff, and if you're doing a job, do it to the best of your ability and everything, and make the stuff look nice. Somebody gonna hire you back again.
That's not. I mean, as far as that goes, that's not an issue. I mean, it's a lot of black folks that's got real estate and they got big complexes. But what I'm saying is community. When I mean by community, I'm talking about people who is making stuff, who's opening up grocery stores. When I go to the community, I don't have to go to a major chain.
But you have to build you have to do the building first, Ted. You have to put the foundation there. The foundation ain't there. You ain't got no people who want to come in there and put a store into a urban blight area where they got to put bars up there and everything, or windows up there where they're gonna get killed because they got the gangs right outside their door and they scared to come out. You have to go in there and clean the community up first, do the groundwork first, and then the other stuff gonna come. Then you can start putting in your businesses or whatever. Then when you putting those apartments up and everything, do like some of these folks and stuff down here doing. Inside those, right in the middle of those apartment things, they putting in businesses and stuff. They got grocery stores inside these places and stuff. They have beauty salons and stuff inside there. They have restaurants inside there, beautiful, nice restaurants where people can have a business and stuff going on. But you got to build the stuff first. That stuff comes later. Oh, we got the end of this stuff, man. It's time. Final word. I'm looking down at the clock. Final word.
Well, when I look at the top 500, and even if you go to 2,000, top 2,000, and you look at some of these companies that we use, all of us use a lot of them. Dang, Bed and Body Works, $7 billion revenue, retail store. Like I said, this is the reason why we're not respected as a race of people. We're not, if we're going to play the game, play the game. We're not playing the game. A lot of black folks are trying to play the game. But the thing is that people with the real money that's making the money, they're not investing in those things because They've been duped. So what do? They put their money into all these other corporations. So to play the game, you got to play the game, and a lot of us are not playing the game as far as starting these major corporations and getting on NASDAQ, getting on the stock market, New York Stock Exchange, and building something. And building something, that means once you got a company there, that means you're going to be hiring 10,000 people, 15,000, 20,000 people. These people have gotten so big now, they all over the world. They all over the world. They ain't worried about no inner city. They ain't worried about the urban area. They're all over the world now, making money there. And that's what we're not doing. We're not in the game. You talking about, ain't nothing wrong with it, building up houses, buying and all that. But there's a lot of people doing that. But what I'm saying is black folks
Ain't a lot
doing
of people
that.
doing that. There's not a lot of people doing that.
Oh, yes,
You're
it
wrong.
is.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
yes, it is.
It's not. Why do you think that there's a shortage of housing now? There's a shortage of housing out there. There's
Do
shortage
you really
of
believe
over
there's a
4
shortage of
million.
housing?
There are a shortage of over 4 million homes and stuff out there for people to live in. 4 million that they don't even know if they're going to be able to fill that in the next 4 years.
Well, when you say shortage of homes, you're
whoever
talking
comes
about,
into.
you saying a shortage of homes. Well, that's a different story. I don't want to get into that because I know, that industry, when you say shortage of homes, a lot of people can't even afford to get a home.
That's
They
why
want a home
Kamala says that
and they
she's going to
apply
give
for it,
them
but they can't afford it.
$25,000. Why you think she said we're going to give them $25,000 to help them to purchase a home?
Yeah, but Ed, you know what the criteria of getting a home is?
But Ted, that the money is there. If
I'm
they're going to
asking you
get
a
the
question.
money,
Do you know what the criteria is on a
I
home?
know what the criteria of to
All
do
right,
it.
then you got to meet those criteria. You got to have a certain. Um, you
But
got to
Ted,
have.
you
You
got
got
to
to.
build it. You have to build the stuff first and then put the people in it. There is creative financing going on out there. When I came into this neighborhood, man, these homes were so outpriced they couldn't do nothing with. And these folks couldn't pay the daggone payments and stuff. Guess what they did? They got creative. They gave them a interest-only loan for 5 years to move into these homes. Interest only. So all I had to do pay the interest. That's all I had to do. You got to get creative. There's a way where you can put these people in there. There's a way that you can finance these daggone properties and stuff. If you can't afford it, give them a loan and stuff where they got interest on it. Balloon after 5 years, the thing come due and everything, and by 5 years and stuff, their home is going to increase in value and stuff, and the people's buying power is going to increase and stuff, and they have a better chance and stuff of paying the daggone mortgage and stuff on their property. You got to get creative out here. You can't just sit back there and use the
I
same old
understand
standards.
that, Ed, but Ed, a lot of people don't know that.
But then you have to educate them. There are people, Ted, who walk into your bank and you sat down there and you talk with them. You say, okay, this is what you have to do to become eligible to buy a home. They wanted to buy something, but they couldn't do it. So they walk into these places and stuff and they say, okay, what do I need to do to get me a home? And you tell them what they need to do. If they're sincere about doing it and stuff, then they're going to go out there and do exactly what you tell them to do, how to get them a home.
Last word.
Anyway,
Last word, Ed. Last word.
Anyway, I should have stopped you, but I had to, man, because it was just too much. I couldn't handle it anymore. I'm a person, and if everybody out there who listen to this show or whatever, I don't think normally like other folks do. I think outside the box. I'm thinking outside the box, how you can make something work. And I'm pretty sure listening to Kamala and stuff, she thinks outside the box too. Because when she was the attorney general and stuff and everything, and the prosecutor there in San Francisco, these folks and stuff that she locked up when they got out, She had a program for them, so put them back onto the street. You have to think outside the box. Most of these folks and stuff, they wasn't thinking. They prosecute them, throw them in jail, forgot about them. She said, no, no, no. When they get out and stuff, because I didn't put them in jail. When they get out, I'm going to help them to get themselves together. That's what we have to do. Think outside the box. Now, there was a few people and stuff and everything that we hearing these politicians saying he got out and he raped somebody. Well, that's the chance you take when you try to do something for other people. You're going to have some losses and stuff there. And unfortunately, this lady got raped. But how many other people and stuff came out of that system and stuff, got into her program and stuff, and got themselves together?
And that program is working still today.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. She thought outside the box. And I believe that's what she's going to do as a president, thinking outside the box.
Yeah, but will the people that want the homes, it's just like when a person wants a job. If you really want a job, you got to think out the box.
That's exactly
if you really want to work for somebody.
But you got to have the people out there who got the money who going to think outside the box too to help you. Because the money ain't coming from the federal government. It's coming from private entities.
Thank you. Now, a lot of these people think they're going to just give them money.
Well, if you got something that you can think outside the box, because private entity gave these folks and stuff homes around here where I'm living at, with interest-only loans and stuff, because they know that the money is sitting there and the government gave them the money or whatever to get out there to fund these homes and stuff. So they say, okay, we're going to get this money out of here. And at least they're paying the interest and stuff on the money. They're going to get a return and stuff for it. But anyway, Ted, we way over here. I'm going to hold back my final word and stuff until tomorrow.
Okay.
Because we had an hour and 6 minutes and counting. So we're going to have a lot to talk about tomorrow, man, because there's some things going on here in this country and stuff that we need to at least say something about, and we touched upon it early in the show about next Tuesday and stuff may not be the end of this whole mess here, and that what we can expect and everything, and make folks aware that these things can happen, because I know that when they said Kamala done won the election and everything, and everybody's going to get out in the streets and they're going to be hollering and screaming and jumping up and down all over the world and stuff and saying, oh yeah, we can relax, it's over with. Enjoy your victory for 24 hours. But after that, better get ready. Hitch them up, because you better get ready for a wild ride, because we have no idea what the heck going to happen, because this man, he's going to be unleashed to do whatever the heck he wants to do and everything. And I'm hoping that our legal system and stuff do not become afraid to do anything with him because he was a past president. Because so far, that's what they've been doing. They've been giving that boy a free ride, because Ted, if any of us had did half the amount of crap that this man had done, they'd have put us under the jail. Under the jail. We'd have been locked
sir.
up. So anyway, people, that's our discussion tomorrow. Part of it anyway. Talk to you guys later.